Here I am at the former site of Trupiano's, Andiamo's, the Causeway Panini, and now, soon to be, the Culina Cafe. And what's your name?
I'm Daniel Macintyre. How are you?
Daniel Macintyre. You're going to open this place up. What are you shooting for a date to open this place up?
September 1st or 2nd.
Wow. September 1st or 2nd, soon. And this is a Good Morning Gloucester exclusive. Have you done any interviews up till now?
This is the first one.
Well, there you go. Because that's what we do. We bring the best to Gloucester. So you have you were speaking earlier, you have an extensive cooking and culinary and management background in the restaurant industry.
That's correct.
And why don't we go through a couple of the places you've worked?
Sure. Like we talked about earlier, I've been in the food business all my life, about 32 years now. I've worked for such greats as worked for the Doulos at Jimmy's Harvest Hut in Boston, down Pier 7. I've worked for Frank Frieder at Hilltop Steakhouse. I've worked for Arthur Castroberti, another local son, at Prince Pizza when I first got started way back when I was a teenager in high school. And then worked my way through. I was executive chef at a little restaurant in Winfield that was there about 80 years called the Kernwood. And then most recently, with regards to management, learned some extensive systems backgrounds from the Italian restaurant chain Bertucci's. Spent a couple years there, and the Irish pub Bennigan's. And then most recently in the corporate contract food at a corporation called Sodexo, one of the 12th largest corporations in the world, at Suffolk University in downtown Boston, Wellesley College. Spent a little time at UMass Boston.
Wow. I mean, that is a resume. I don't know anybody around here that has that kind of resume. We spoke about this, and there's been some great established businesses in this location that I consider had fantastic food, and they didn't make it. And what is going to make this place different?
Well, I think that I'm proud to be at this location given its history. We just talked about my own background. I did gravitate towards some pretty successful restaurateurs, and I think this location is going to be that for me. What's going to make it different, I think, is my dedication to fresh and healthy food, and my desire to do it for the neighborhood and to do it even to have something for my own family. So I really want to turn this into the next leg of my culinary career, and I hope to be here for quite some time.
Well, that's pretty cool. You were talking about family, and it's important to you. And you know, Gloucester's a place where we take pride in not being chains and not being, and you were saying, you want, at Bennigan's or these other kind of places, you could work there, but there's really nothing for your kids.
Right, and that's exactly it. Certainly, as I have a 12-year-old son and a 15-year-old daughter, and they're getting to the point where, in the short future, they'll be in the workforce in the grand scheme of things. And certainly they could come along and get involved in one of the management programs or even in the hourly programs at one of those establishments. But like Gloucester, there's no real substitute, in my opinion, for a strong family business, a strong family background. It adds to the fabric of the community. Certainly Gloucester is really about that. There isn't a year that goes by that there isn't a feature film about something that has its roots right here in the oldest port in the world, and certainly excited to be a part of it. And I think that's partially answers the question, how am I going to be successful? It's really not for financial gains, of course that's certainly part of it. It's really for the family goals, and to add to what is obvious, one of the precepts right here in this wonderful city.
All right. Now, when you open September 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, whatever it happens to be, hopefully the 1st, and I come in here, what should I get? Tell me the number one thing that I got to try.
I think that you got to try any one of the salads that fresh, abundant, add protein, whether that's chicken or beef tips or scallops. It's part of our healthy lifestyle that I bring years and years of experience to. Certainly there's no substitute in this world for a baked stuffed lobster dinner or a cod prime rib. In this day and age, I don't think we tend to eat that every meal.
Yep.
In this day and age, we want to stay healthy, we want to stay fresh, because we're all health conscious and we're all interested in that type of thing. Watching our calories, watching our carbs and cholesterol. So that would be the first thing I want to change. Fresh salad, fresh dinner type entree salad. Going to the dinner side of town, chicken's always a good choice. Whether that be something lean off the grill, or get into a saute dish, whether it's chicken marsala or even a chicken palm. A little less on the light side, but always good.
And you said you're going to walk before you run. This is going to be all carry out, all takeout, and they can call in the telephone number 978-281-2100. You can see behind us. Right. And will your menus be online at all, or eventually
to follow online? Yeah, Comcast. The proposed website sent out for domain acceptance should be Culina.com, Culina.com.
Oh, pretty good.
And that's under construction at this point through Comcast. And then, yes, the menus are online. But with regards to carry out, call in for carry out, and in a very foreseeable future, real short, maybe within the first 30 days, we're going to try to do an extensive amount of delivery.
Oh, great.
So that helps out the family, helps out the ability to give us a little try of some sort.
Well, thank you so much. I'm very proud to be your first interview, bringing the news to the people. And we wish you nothing but all success. We'll be back to do a follow-up once you're open. We'll take some pictures and show people all the great stuff you're going to be bringing. Thank you.